Yeah, it came down at a meeting last night. They weren't expecting it, a neighborhood meeting at that, Mary. And I have to tell you today, so many people in the community are feeling like this really is a direct result of their pleas to the city to do something about crime in this pocket of the city.
Oh, elation. Happiness.
Gary Lee's elation is all about a second chance for Little Saigon.
We're elated because we know that hopefully that things will turn around after that.
Lee is the Chinatown International District Public Safety Council's co-chair, and news that the Navigation Center is moving out of this neighborhood, he hopes means some of the crime and public safety concerns will go with it.
The Navigation Center has brought lots of different things. Typical drug sales, vagrancy, loitering.
The Navigation Center, a low-barrier 24-hour homeless shelter, is on 12th Avenue, not far from 12th and Jackson, a notorious spot for crime activity, deemed as a policing hotspot for fencing to drug trafficking to theft and property damage.
I think they realize that the model's not working and that they need to do something.
He's talking about the city. Lee says after public safety outcry, especially the last 3 years, the deputy mayor surprised their Tuesday safety meeting with news that the center will be relocated when its lease is up in January of 2025.
And it means that, we could repair the harm that has been done to the Little Saigon community. We could heal and move back to that vibrant business center.
Newly elected Councilmember Tanya Wu campaigned on public safety and listening to the community. She thinks that's what happened here.
I believe this decision was from the community, by the community, and I'm very excited that the mayor's office had listened.
And how do we ensure that wherever it goes next, that it's not going to be a repeat?
I think it's just looking at that model and reassessing and analyzing and how do we move going forward, but especially looking at the mitigation and how we help communities.
Now, the mayor's office thanked the nonprofit that has run the Navigation Center all these years and tells me 2 agencies right now working to find a new location. That's not been identified yet because they're first building on lessons learned from the current model. The mayor's office also said that this site was always meant to be temporary. As I mentioned, the lease is expiring. Mayor also saying he is committed to keeping this community safe and thriving. Reporting live, I'm Michelle Esteban. Back to you.
Right, this is the property where this new village is going to be built. It's about 87 acres, a combination of some farmland and also some wetlands. And it's the wetlands that caused part of the controversy because there were groups who were very concerned that there would be damage done to the wetlands. But now KOMO Rescue Mission tells me that they were able to buy an adjoining property, so they will never have to touch the wetlands in order to do the building. But still, there are some neighbors who live across the street who are still a bit concerned.
I'm afraid it's going to bring my property values down.
Chris Cunningham lives in the neighborhood across the street from the property set to eventually house people who, right now, are homeless in Pierce County.
There was problems with the homeless there before. There's cars and stuff right by the street and people living there. So I think that's going to multiply the problem.
There's plenty of fear and trepidation surrounding this new village designed to bring 285 people out of tents or off the street and into tiny homes.
I'd rather call these cottages.
KOMO Rescue Mission's executive director, Duke Paulson, tells me that's because these cottages, he says, will be up to 400 square feet, complete with a bedroom, bathroom, living space. That includes a kitchenette.
Intent of this project is to impact 25 to 30% of the chronically homeless across the whole county by having a safe, permanent place for people to live.
Paulson tells me their target audience will be people 55 and older, homeless for 10 or more years, with addiction, mental health, or physical disability issues.
Those are going to be the people that we're bringing into the village because they really have no other option. And when you're elderly, you don't have easy ways out of the system either.
Paulson also tells me every person will pay rent and have access to on-site services that would include mental health, physical health, chemical dependency, and financial services.
Think of it kind of like a retirement home village where you have your mom and dad go.
And one more target audience for all of this will be veterans, because that is one stipulation that the city of Lakewood put on the $1 million that it authorized to help pay for the first 50 homes. 20% of those are to go to veterans. In the end, this property will provide housing for about 285 people. That's still a few years away to full completion. Live in Spanaway, Denise Whitaker, KOMO News.